Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and Restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to the Young and the Restless, YNR, recap for Monday, April 14th, Victoria Newman, Amelia Hindley, believes Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, and Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, may be preparing for a reunion trip, while Traci Abbott, Beth Maitland, will make an announcement about her departure from GC. Since they are all going to see Noah Newman, Rory Gibson, Nick will brief Victoria at Crimson Lights on his upcoming trip to London with Sharon, Faith Newman, Raylan Castor, and Christian Newman, Alex Wilson. Nick will defend Victoria because the terror she experienced wasn't her fault, even if Victoria will feel that he needs a vacation from Sharon and all of her turmoil. Nevertheless, Victoria will essentially gripe about Nick's continual need to save his ex-girlfriends. Nick will pretend that he's okay with being single at the moment after Victoria questions him about the trip and asks if he might get back together with Sharon. But in the end, Victoria will imply that perhaps Sharon and Nick are meant to be together. Victoria will believe that this journey might provide a respite from all the distractions if that is the case. In any case, Victoria would want Nick to assure her that he will not be reuniting with Michelle Stafford's character, Phyllis Summers. In relation to Phyllis, she will meet Sharon at Society and find out that the trip to London has resumed. Traci will eventually arrive to speak with Sharon and Phyllis over Martin Laurent, Christopher Cousins. Traci will maintain that Chancellor, Connor Floyd, informed her that the case against Martin was strong, despite Phyllis's momentary concern that he is getting away with his misdeeds. Traci would genuinely want to express her regret for letting Martin ruin their life. When asking Traci when she learned Alan Laurent was actually Martin, Phyllis will get somewhat demanding, but Sharon will control her and clarify that they don't hold Traci responsible. Phyllis will soften and see that Sharon took the correct approach as Traci becomes tearful for her lack of maturity and all of her regrets. As they all hope to move on in time, Traci will finally clasp hands with Sharon and Phyllis. Following Traci's departure, Phyllis will make light of the London trip with Sharon before they give each other a clumsy embrace. Phyllis will call Daniel Romalotti Jr., Michael Graziadei, after Sharon departs as well and reassure him that she is okay. Phyllis will then text Billy Abbott, played by Jason Thompson, on Monday's YNR episode to inform him that she is prepared to start working at Abbott Communications, even though she will still appear somewhat shaken by her experience. Sharon will accompany Nick as they get ready to leave for the airport and highlight the benefits of this trip for the whole family. Diane Jenkins Abbott, Susan Walters, will complain to Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, at the GCAC about not knowing that Alan is actually Martin. Diane won't be pleased that Jack didn't trust her with the truth because his attempts to protect her might have put her in more danger. Diane will start crying and talk about how she still feels like an outcast in the Abbott clan after Jack apologizes for upsetting her. Jack will be happy that she confided in him, but Diane will soon ask him to forget she said anything since he needs to concentrate on Traci and all the other family drama. Traci would regret excluding Diane when she realized anything was amiss once she shows up. Additionally, Traci will declare that she has made a significant choice to leave Genoa City, at least temporarily. Traci will promise to return to view the improvements at the Abbott estate, even though she intends to travel to New York with Ashley Abbott, Eileen Davidson, and desire to immerse herself in writing a new book. Jack promises to be there for Traci no matter what and to reassure her that Diane will be there too. Traci won't question it and she will accept Jack in spite of all the other uncertainties she has been battling. According to previews for The Young and the Restless, Traci will need to determine what her future holds without Alan, so tune in for more details on her upcoming chapter. Never-ending battle. Because he planted moles at Jabot and hired Audra to ruin Kyle's relationship with Claire, Victor is certain he has the upper hand over the Abbotts. However, as with all mustache schemes, it's a game of chess, never checkers, and so becomes difficult. When Jabot absorbed Glissade, Michael worried that the insiders they planted might be receiving too much attention. In fact, Carl told Jack that he is wary of those employees. Given that Victor is openly insulting the Black Knight in the preview, it looks like Jack might discipline him next week. Has he turned the moles against him by identifying them? It looks like it could happen. As Kyle and Claire attempt to develop a romantic relationship amidst Victor and Jack's rivalry, Young and Restless presents a dreadfully dull version of Romeo and Juliet. I must admit that I was shocked to learn that this week's entire program was devoted to this narrative. Murd! In any case, Victor has used Audra to seduce Kyle and expose his true nature, but the true danger to their relationship may come from a different angle. As Chelsea and Adam will tell you, the desire to reunite one's family can occasionally be too strong to ignore. Summer acknowledged that she still harbors feelings for her ex-husband. I hope Audra isn't hurting herself in this way, but I'm here for her no matter what she does because she's still one of the characters on the painting who hasn't entirely changed and reverted to her original self. I adore her bond with Sally, by the way. Providing details. I don't get why Lily believes Damien must answer to her, but it seems he has accepted the notion, as he has decided to tell her everything this week. That should take us one step closer to comprehending this complex plot of Aristotle Dumas. I'm afraid it won't live up to the hype because of the writer's past performance, but I'll cross my fingers. To be honest, now that Holden and Damien are on the canvas, I would much rather see them get their own soap opera plots. Double trouble. When the Loron brother reacted angrily to Sharon and Phyllis's jeering, it became clear that Alan was most likely Martin. Although Christopher Cousin's portrayal was captivating and I was happy that they, and Ashley, were able to meet their tormentor, there were 100 more pleasant ways this could have turned out. For instance, we could have done something instead of just talking more. Additionally, it left us with unanswered questions. I still want to know where Martin got his information about Phyllis and Sharon because neither brother was around back in the day, as Nish 414 noted on Blue Sky. Really? When Phyllis and Sharon got into a fight at the gala and he went down the stairs, how did he know what music was playing? The notion that Alan died while Martin lived is what worries me the most. This is inconsistent with what we witnessed on TV. At the moment of the fall, they were dressed differently. Martin could never have transformed into his deceased brothel. During the day, it is a general rule that if people start discussing about a character who has gone from a soap opera, they will eventually reappear. Maybe soon. That's what we genuinely believe is going to happen with Noah from The Young and the Restless. Naturally, it makes likely that the son of Nick and Sharon, who hasn't been portrayed since 2023, will soon be on television. To visit him, the family has been organizing a trip to London. Although it might occur off-screen, we're not entirely certain. Even if it happens, there's a good chance they'll be taking Noah with them when they return to Genoa City. Why do we believe that? The other day, Rory Gibson shared a picture of himself sitting in what appears to be a dressing room, holding a script, on his Instagram stories. It also has the appearance of a young and restless dressing room. Even while there isn't any concrete evidence that he and Noah will return, the timing of that picture and the trip to London certainly makes us take attention. Naturally, the next question that will arise if Noah appears on our televisions once more is, how long? The program appears to have had trouble in the past coming up with a gripping plot for him, as we just discussed a few weeks ago. However, now can be the ideal moment to alter everything. Victor, his grandfather, is currently attempting to get Audra to woo Kyle away from Claire. She will be given a division of Newman to manage in exchange. Victor would be extremely irritated and his grotesque plan would be disrupted if Noah returned to genuinely re-establish a relationship with her. The drama practically writes itself because Victor's own grandson would be ruining the scheme. Indeed, Noah accompanied Jack's unexpected granddaughter, Allie, when he left town, but there is no indication that they have remained together throughout the years. Furthermore, we've never actually seen Noah and Audra's turbulent, messy past, despite everything we've heard about it. We might be able to discover how hot and heavy they can get by bringing their past into the present. In the time it took for Ashley to dash downstairs and emerge outdoors, he changed into his clothes and assumed his character. I'm hoping for a twist because of this. It's possible that Martin eventually took over Alan's life after they both managed to escape the fall. In this manner, Traci might still have her happy ending and Alan could be located wherever his twin had hidden him. Is Alan still alive, in your opinion? Cast your ballot.